my goodness. Right, now we are recording. Take two. I can't believe that. When I pressed it before to record, it had not come up with a little flashy thing, and I thought, oh, it must just be doing it, and it hadn't. Right, so we've already recorded this once. I'm going to start again. Ta-da! So here we go again. Right, welcome to Creative AF, a new series where I, Ruby from dottydelightful.com, talk to amazing creative people about their lives and what they do, bringing you inspiration for you to go for your own creative dreams. So today, I'm super happy we have in the studio the lovely Grace Owens. Now, sorry, Grace, but you're going to have to explain again what it is you do and create.
That's okay. It means hopefully I won't bumble this time. So I'll definitely bumble.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I describe myself as a fantasy artist / surreal illustrator. The artist illustrator, same thing really. But yeah, and I work a lot with drawing and painting, different medias though. I kind of can't stick to one thing. I like to use different medias and stuff, and I'll show you. I've not shown this already before.
Oh, what is it, I wonder?
So this is one of the examples of what I've done in the past few years, and this is one of my favorite images that I've done.
Beautiful.
So, and one of the reasons why it's one of my favourites is because lots of people seem to connect to that image and see it as a hopeful, positive image, which that's really positive.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? When I first saw your work in the gallery, it was the one with the birds on it. Was it starlings on it? I've got it up in my living room.
Is it this one?
Oh yeah, that's the one. Yeah. It's incredible, isn't it? Oh, it's robins, isn't it?
Yeah,
robins. Yeah. And the moon was all gold, because you've got a lot of gold shiny, haven't you, in your actual work?
I do. I love using. Sorry, I'll put those on the.
It's all right.
I'll pop those on the floor. Yeah, I love using iridescent inks. They're acrylic inks that I use a lot of, and one thing that I've not been able to do at the moment, because the shops are shut, obviously, is go into the local art shop, Studio Arts, and just just buy stuff I never knew I needed. Like I love that. It's going in and just going, oh, that looks fun.
Yeah.
And so that's how I ended up with using ink a lot. Is because I was like, ooh, pearlescent inks. Gold, let's put that in something. So yeah,
I really miss that, because I think when you're creative you want to touch and feel stuff, don't you, and look at the colours, and when you've got to go and just, like, it's not open at the minute, but when it was open you could only stand on the doorstep, couldn't you? And then it's really difficult. I really hate that aspect about it. And when you're shopping online for art materials, you don't know how big they are, what colour they are. It's annoying. But I didn't know you could get pearlescent ink. That's amazing. I knew you could get gold. I once put gold ink on some paintings and then had an exhibition, but the place was that cold that it started dripping off the painting.
Oh dear.
It was really bad.
Oh no.
That was in the early days when I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, your work's lovely, and you draw on big sheets of paper, don't you, and then take it into individual bits. Is that how you work?
That's one of the ways that I've worked. I did in 2019. I did it was 20 meters long. The drawing, and sorry, I've got WhatsApp on my bloody computer. And someone has decided they want to talk to me now. They've not spoken to me all day, but now they want to talk. I don't know how to mute that. Never mind. Sorry. I did a 20-meter long drawing / painting, mixed media, fantasy magical long artwork, and that was just, I don't know why I decided to do it. I just had this roll of it was just lining paper, and I'd felt a bit stuck, you know, when you're kind of between projects and you're like, and then I felt really constricted in small paper, and I just wanted to explore kind of a lot of dreams and stuff and just weird things. So I just started drawing, and then I continued. So
it's amazing. It's incredible. It's a lovely process, I bet, as well, like, to just keep adding to it and adding to it.
yeah,
Yeah, so
and
good.
yeah, and I think because I do a lot of storytelling through my work, and that to have an aspect of just continue it just without having to stop at the edge of the paper.
Yeah.
But yeah, but at the moment, like I'm doing something completely, well, it's the same type of thing but completely different, because I've been working on postcard sized work, just to get like, just to continue that kind of series, but on postcards, which I thought could be fun to like write bits on the back, like, you know, when you go to say antique centres and whatnot, and you find these like postcards and stuff, and they're all they've got these little like people actual writing on
Yeah,
them. It's magic, like just
it is.
people's lives. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
it is. And
Yeah.
it's amazing, isn't it? I always think when I look at them, especially if they're like from years and years ago, I think, oh, that person might still not be alive, but yet
Yeah,
we've got a little bit of them now. Like it is magic. Yeah, your
it is.
postcards are incredible. And has that been the challenge then, going from working on something so expansive to something so small?
Yeah, I mean, there's been a bit of a gap between doing the big and doing the small, but I've tried to do another role again, but then I've always come up against a bit of a wall when I'm like, this isn't working right. So then I was like, right, just try something, try something a bit different. So I've gone for, that's why I've done the postcard things, but I have found it a bit constricting. So I have moved on to doing a little bit bigger as well. So in the series, I think what I'll do is have a range of different sizes, but with the same kind of premise, but like have the series ongoing and
That'll be
see
lovely.
what stories link together. So
That'll be lovely. I noticed on your website as well that you do working series, don't you, in
yeah.
different things. So how did that come about then? Do you like that as a container for your work, that you're in a set series?
Um yeah, I think it's just, I do work, I like series rather than just working on one thing and then going to another. I think because I don't take a long time on doing what I do,
Yeah,
but then there's always some other aspect to whatever I'm trying to say. Often the work just stem from a kind of feeling or something that's happened, or even a dream. Quite a lot of that 20-meter roll was based on some very strange dreams that I've had, and it's good to kind of explore that. But I'm quite impatient, and although some of my drawings are quite intricate, I like to start something and finish it, like whilst I've got that kind of, you know, that kind of buzz,
yeah.
rather than leaving it like, like it's amazing how people can work on the same thing for months and months and months. I'd be like, no, I can't do it. But I think that's the beauty of art, though, is everybody's
Yeah.
different. All artists work in a different way.
Yeah,
So
they do. No, I couldn't either.
yeah,
I'm even eager when I'm actually doing it to get it finished, because I
yeah,
just want it finished, which is,
yeah.
yeah, really funny, isn't it? So how did you get to be a full-time creative? I know you've got a part-time job, but that's quite creative too. So just talk us through the process. Did you go to uni or anything, or
Yes. So I went to uni straight after sixth form college, and it's weird looking back. I feel as though I was. I feel like I was a bit too young, to go to uni. I think we push people to go to uni far too young. Because if I went back now and did my degree, I'd have so much more confidence
Yeah.
and just in all my ideas, and just I think that I do better and come out with it with the better knowledge of what's going on, and maybe stand up for myself and stand up for my ideas and not feel like a child.
Yeah.
Which I mean, it was a great experience, and I'm glad that I went, and I explored different avenues of what I want, what I my work. um, and I think the work that I created was definitely true to me
Yeah.
at the time, but maybe I'd push it a bit further now rather than be so afraid.
Yeah. Because
Because I was really anxious at the time, so
I can understand that because I think when you're younger as well, you don't really have a clue of which direction you want to go in, or I don't know. I agree. I totally agree. But on the flip side, I've just been at uni as a mature student, and
yeah.
I found it really difficult because I'd already done art for a while to
Mm,
then go back to experimenting and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah.
there was a massive resistance in me, like, no, I've been doing it this way, but I did learn a lot when I went to my second uni. So yeah, so I think it's different, isn't it? So you went to uni, and then what happened then after that?
Yeah. Well, I graduated, and I didn't what did I do? Well, I didn't get a job straight away because this was 2010 during the recession. Yay! But yeah, and to be honest, when I graduated, I was uh, without going too much into it, I was not in a good place. I was very anxious
Okay.
and quite like, yeah, just not who I am now. Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't very confident at all, and I was like, I don't know what to do. And there was kind of this pressure to get a proper job and go and earn money and get up the ladder and be a career woman and blah, and earn loads of money and do things you don't want to do, blah. But at the same at the same time, my parents were also supportive in like getting allowing me to have the time and space to do my work. So it was a funny time. It's not my favorite time in life, was
Yeah.
graduating, because I think you kind of, it feels like sometimes it feels like you're out, you've just been pushed off a cliff. It's like, what do I do now,
Yeah.
right? But I had some really helpful friends from my art course, Shona. I actually worked in Blackpool
Oh, did you?
temporarily. There's a mirror ball sculpture there that
Oh, yeah.
we remirrored. We took all the mirrors off and stuck them back on. And that was a good experience. Like, that was like the first job I had after graduating, and I got that. My friend who had that confidence already, she was already doing it, and she's amazingly handy and crafty and stuff, and she can just like, she's great. Um, she helped me get that. So I think it is important to surround yourself with supportive, creative people.
Yeah,
But and
definitely.
then after that, I had a job at a bakery, and then I had a call centre job part time, but I had a stall at Botany Bay. But
Ah,
again, I think I started that a bit too soon, before I had my full idea and before I'd looked more into, the kind of business side of things, which and I mean, I'm glad I tried it, because if you don't try, then you don't know, you don't
Yeah.
learn, do you? And then after that, I got another job, in a digital marketing agency, doing writing, copywriting. And then I was like, right, I can't work in an office. This is because I was continuing to do my art as well, and that's what I always wanted to do. And I was like, right, okay, I can't keep working in an office. So then I changed to a shop job, and then it's only recently that I've taken the step to go part-time to pursue this
Right, okay.
completely, um, which I have, and I'm finding the more energy obviously you put into it, and the more kind of, I guess, risks you take, the more successful you are with the art creative side.
Yeah.
Like, and it is important to, you know, think, right, I'm going to put everything into this now. um
Yeah, I think
yeah,
when you open up that space of like fully going for it, it's almost like you become a magnet then to new jobs and stuff come in, don't they, that are really
yeah,
aligned with what you want to do. And it's almost, this is what I found when I finally took the leap to do it, even though it's a bit scary at first.
yeah,
It's like, I don't know, your energy's just totally in it, and it's like you're drawn, you're a magnet really in a way. So
yeah,
yeah, it's really good.
I'd
You
agree with that
you
completely.
do murals as well, don't you, on
Yeah,
buildings?
well, that was something that, because I'm in an associates art group, um at King Street Studios in town, and this opportunity came through them, and they asked if anyone was interested, and so myself and another artist called Helen Thompson, we put ourselves forward to do it, but neither of us had worked outside, painting murals before, so it was a good opportunity. And I mean, it was quite, you had to do a lot of research into it, what paints you use, blah blah blah. But that was really, that was amazing. That, I mean, I was saying this the other day, we were talking about it, and I was like, I'd never felt that kind of confidence in a job or before, where you're doing something completely and utterly new, and it is risky, but you feel this is right. This is like, this is confidence. Like, this is what I should be doing.
Oh,
Like,
that's amazing.
yeah, and that is it. Like, it's how I feel whenever I do a piece of work. But this was something new, and for actually directly for a client, and it was like, I feel great.
Yay!
So, and then from that, someone came to me about, there was a 12 days of Christmas thing in town, window painting in town. Someone actually passed the opportunity on to me. I think 12 art, well, obviously it was 12 days of Christmas, so 12 different artists did a window. And again, working on glass is completely different, and we were working on the exterior, a lot of us, in the rain, and I'd tested out some acrylics on my window, and it poured down and it all ran off, and I was like, oh my god, like, this was my house window I'd tested it
Yeah.
on. But then I found these oil paint pens which I tried out, and they were far more resistant to weather, and I went and did that, and it's just like this kind of, it's creative, it's a job, but this kind of enjoyment and happiness and confidence. And I think confidence is the main thing here,
Yeah,
especially for
definitely.
me.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it was like, right, okay, this is what I want now. This is, I push it completely. Is, I just want to be work creatively all the time. Like, it's doable.
Yeah, it totally is. And you're
Yeah.
so talented as well with what you do. It's like, yeah, you know, you can't, it's totally possible for you to do that. I think the other thing as well about working outside in such a public place is you're on display, aren't you? So that's a whole nother level, because when you're working in your studio on your own, it doesn't matter. But if people are watching you while you're working, it's like, whoa. So I can understand that. I can understand that you've got to have the confidence to do it. And they were brilliant. I saw most of them when I went around the town. I didn't see all of them, but yeah, they were so good. I thought you'd used Postcards on the inside. I didn't realise it was on the outside.
Yeah. Well, the thing with Postcards is that like a lot of window artists do use them, but when I'd used them on the window, I don't know if I hadn't let them dry enough, because it was such a wet time when we were doing it. Is what was I saying? They'd kind of run off a bit. Well, not run, but they were really easy to flake off.
Yeah.
But in this weather that we have at the moment, which is, you know, bright and sunny, well, today anyway, it's it would probably, Postcards would do fine, but on the inside it would be great anyway.
Yeah.
The only problem is with on the inside is you don't, like, if you want the detail, you kind of have to go in reverse.
Yeah, you got to do it all backwards. I used to write on the community centre window, like on the inside, and I got really good at writing backwards writing.
Yeah.
And then I'd run out and check to make sure it made sense, you know. Yeah, it's funny. So what are your favourite materials? You touched on that you love ink.
Yes.
Are there any other materials that you love using?
So, definitely ink. I love pencil. I love graphite. Like, I've gone into a lot of like fine liner ink drawing as well. But like my first true love is the pencil.
Oh, now an important question: which kind of pencil? So my favourite is a 6B. I do love a 6B. Which is yours?
Well, that's it. When I was growing up, like, and drawing Gothic angels as I did, you know. It was always with the dark pencils. But actually, recently I've kind of gone into using the H's quite a lot.
Ooh, controversial.
I know, the harder ones, but I like using a mix. What's here? What's this one? Oh, that's a 6H. That's really hard. The lead's also broken on that. This one, a 3B. I like a 3B. They're a good one.
Nice. That is a nice
one. But more visual aids, because, you know, we're artists. This is what we do. Yeah. This is what I've recently done. I've just finished this.
Amazing.
Before. So this is done with, well, it was started off as being a pencil, but I like using like different powders and stuff as well. So I've got charcoal powder. Oh. And I've got graphite powder, which is in the same box as this, but I've lost it in the chaotic mess of my desk. But this is also stuff that I've got from Studio Arts, just by having a look.
And what do you do with that? Do you just like mix it with water and brush it on?
Well, you can do that, but I use to create, you know, that kind of textured background.
Oh, like,
yeah. I dab cotton buds into the pot. Bamboo cotton buds, so they decompose. They're eco-friendly. Don't use plastic ones. No. But yeah, so I dip those into the pot and just like create those like kind of abstract textures in the back. You can use water and different mediums and stuff with it. I've got some like I've got this like pencil blend here, which I've never really figured out quite how to use it. So that's going to be an adventure later this week, probably. I bought that a while ago and I was like, I should really try that out.
Yeah. See what it does.
I'm a bit of an addict when it comes to buying.
It's terrible, isn't it? And I always
Yeah.
find that I buy all this stuff and then I always go back to the stuff that I normally use.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
Yeah.
So what music do you listen to while you're creating?
Ooh. To be honest, I listen to most of what I listen to will involve a female singer, like, and it'll be like there's a Bat for Lashes I really like, who she's got an amazing voice. It's kind of, you can, I think when you hear me say that and look at my artwork, if you know Bat for Lashes anyway, you kind of see the kind of, yeah, that makes sense. So basically it's a lot of what I listen to. There's quite a lot of rock music goes on, and with a female singer.
Yeah.
And kind of sometimes a bit folky and sometimes a bit experimental, but it's always got that kind of feminine, kind of yet powerful aspect to it, and kind of storytelling. Anybody who's a storyteller, I love it. It's
Yeah, I totally agree with that. If
yeah.
I'm really into a painting, I can only listen to instrumental stuff because I
Wow.
end up singing along to it. And I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have painted that.
No, yeah.
But if I'm doing like watercolor or something, you know, when it's not for something, then yeah, I listen to loads of female singers now.
Yeah.
It's funny, isn't it, how the music you listen to influences your work as well? Yeah, it totally does. So this is a bonus question. I asked Arizona this the last week. And I should really add it to my list of questions. But if you were stuck on a desert island with only one album that you could listen to, which album would it be?
Oh my god. You know what? Actually, I think. Oh, I don't know. This is difficult.
It's tricky, isn't it? Really bad.
Because, right, it might be this one, which is, they only ever did one album. It's by a band called Ambion.
Okay.
Showing my CD, and I waited for this CD when I was about 14 for months, because it was like it was an import from
Where are they from? Is that where they're from?
Yeah, well, it was kind of, there's a band called Arion who I hadn't heard of at the time, but I accidentally downloaded a song by them and I was like, wow, I need that album. And it's all woo.
I love it.
And it's got this, I think at the time, well, the singer of it, she was only about 13, I think, at the time.
Wow.
But she doesn't sing anymore, apparently. But
that's a shame.
But I found that CD the other day and I was like, oh my god. So, but I still listen to the music digitally because it's quite powerful and melodic, and it's got that kind of fantasy fairy tale element to it.
Oh, it sounds amazing. Yeah, that sounds really good.
I might take that. Oh, I do listen to a lot of Marina and the Diamonds. A lot. Because she's more poppy. Oh, can I not take two? And then
all right then. Don't panic, it's not really going to happen.
I hope not. Yeah.
Can you just tell us about you've got a lovely array of guitars. Do you play or do you just paint them?
I don't play them. I've attempted to learn, and I always attempt, and then I'm like, yeah, I'll get into this, and then I go, and then I don't.
I just want to pick them up and be able to play them. I don't want to do the practicing bit in the middle.
That's it. That's what I think it is. No, but they're they are painted ones.
They're incredible.
So yeah, I think it's stuck in my tree.
Oh.
Yeah. So that.
Oh wow! Look at that.
My lighting's not amazing here, so.
That is incredible.
What? Yeah.
Do you sell them, Grace?
I do. I do, and I've done a few. I've done like commissions on people's guitars falling, that is terrifying because like it's like people love their guitars, like, but they're like children to them. Like, and it's like, are you sure you want me to touch this? And they're like, yeah, fine. I'm like, okay. Sign this.
Disclaimer.
Yeah. If you don't like it, well,
no,
but then usually it's people that have seen it before, so yeah. But yeah.
Oh, great. So have you got any top tips for our viewers? And it can be a top tip about anything in the world, but just a top tip.
I'd say top tip is don't be afraid to try things. Like, I feel I wasted so much time by being, I couldn't help being anxious, like, but I just wish that I'd like pushed through that a bit more. I mean, obviously you can't, you feel like you can't, but yeah, I'd say just try things. Don't be afraid to kind of fall on your face a little bit. And this sounds really cheesy, but don't give up.
Yeah, don't give up.
Don't give up. But yeah, no, I definitely say just build up your confidence before you don't do anything half-heartedly. Like, you can do things before, like, going, this is me, like, buy my stuff, I'm an artist. Like, if you don't feel ready to do it, just take a bit of time to build up your confidence and I hate the word network. Like, network with people, like, just surround yourself with like positive people, like, and because too many people in the world will try to break you down, but just use the right people.
Yeah, that's a really amazing thing, isn't it? Because I think we all go through that, and I think they're just fearful as well. Like, everyone's just fearful. So yeah, that's brilliant. I love that. So let everybody know where they can buy your amazing things.
Okay. You can buy them from my website, which is www.graceowenart.com.
Wonderful. We'll be linking that in the comments as well. And Grace is also on Instagram, aren't you? And yes. And are you on Facebook as well?
I am on Facebook as well. Yeah, that one. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, it's Grace Owen Art. You'll find it on that.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll put all the links in. Don't worry. You can click on them and see and stuff. Oh, it's been amazing, Grace. This has made my day. It's been lovely. Yay! It's been so good. I've been so cold, hence my hat. Thinking, oh, I can't wait for the warm weather to come. And then now I've had you as a ray of sunshine. So that's nice. Yay! Right, thank you so much. It's just been a pleasure, a massive pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, it's been fun. Yeah.